Cotton On Group is Australia's largest fast fashion retailer, well known for its clothing and stationery brands including Cotton On Body, Cotton On Kids, Ruby, Typo, Factory and Supre. Cotton On Group pride themselves on their philanthropic duties through their Cotton On Foundation. Specific foundation products are sold across their stores where 100% of the proceeds go towards children's education, which they believe is critical to ending global poverty. Current and past projects in South Africa, Uganda, Thailand and Australia have proven this successful. Colombia's government has seen significant improvements in stability in recent years. We are now seeing Australian-Colombian relations begin to rise, where there are current negotiations for their first free trade agreement through the Pacific Alliance Regional Trading Bloc. Colombia is showing a vibrant economy, embracing openness and gaining increased attention from international investors and businesses. The economic growth has accelerated to 3.3% in 2019. Retail sales saw their biggest increase in 9 years of 13.2% year-on-year in February 2020. This followed a 7.5% gain in the previous month, beating market expectations of a 7.1% increase. Colombia is number 1 in sustainable development and ethics practices, two things that Cotton On Group pride themselves on. Some competitors to keep in mind include Forever 21, Zara, H&M and Pull&Bear. Colombia's increase in connectivity and online consumption has led them to become one of the fastest growing online retail markets in the region.
The economy is gradually recovering from the recession and recorded positive real GDP growth. Russia can be a rewarding market for Australian companies committing the time and effort to building a sustained presence. Retail sales in Russia climbed 4.7% year-on-year in February 2020, accelerating from a 2.8% rise in the previous months and beating market expectations of a 2.8% increase. Russia can be the next retail growth opportunity for Cotton On through the rise of middle class and countries lack of homegrown fashion. Research shows that the younger generation tend to favor Western brands more. H&M, which is a similar brand to Cotton On, is popular and widely spread out in Russia. This shows that there is already an audience within Russia for this type of retail, and Cotton On can strategize to compete with similar companies. 76% of Russia's online shoppers said in 2018 they had purchased from non-Russian e-commerce sites.
Sweden is a constitutional monarchy and parliamentary democracy. Out of all countries in 2020, it ranked 6th for political stability. They joined the European Union in 1995 and share a bilateral relationship with Australia. Sweden has a manufacturing economy whose main contributors are timber, hydropower, and iron ore. They also have a strong retail industry and are bases for large brands such as H&M and IKEA. In 2019, they had a GDP growth of around 2.2%. In Sweden, 1/3 of total household expense is spent on retail. Shoppers are known as open or forward-looking early adopters. Swedes are drawn to international retail brands such as Lululemon. Sweden is also home to H&M, which is a primary competitor in the market. 70% of Swedish consumers purchase online once per month. Sweden is also seen as a frontrunner in adopting new technologies and setting new consumer trends. It also has one of the highest rates of online shopping in the world.
Germany has a high political stability with above-average figures in ease of doing business. It is the world's top location for trade affairs, with 2/3 of the world's leading trade fairs taking place in Germany. Germany is also characterized by steady growth GDP-wise, continuously low unemployment, and their citizens having increasing disposable income. The German retail market has a high individualistic value for money concept where functionality and sustainably sourced material is a key part of fashion. This closely mirrors Cotton On's catalogue, as business attire, casual and nightwear is viewed as homogeneous and has little crossover. However, Germans can be very particular due to high price transparency and a conservative nature in retail shopping. This has resulted in an increase in mobile shopping and e-commerce sales, where 9 out of 10 Germans have to a smartphone device. Due to these circumstances, Cotton On may have to shift mission statement to adapt to Germany's culture.
Locally centered in Asia's supply chains and with a highly developed economy, Taiwan is a hub for the emerging Asian economies and developed Western markets. Taiwan is the world's 17th richest nation on the gross domestic product based on purchasing power parity per capita and the least poverty-stricken nation in Asia. Taiwan is accessible and well regulated with strong IP protection. It has a stable political system, however, it has conflicts with China. China sees Taiwan as a breakaway province, while many Taiwanese see it as a separate sovereign state. Taiwan's apparel market is expected to grow by 3.5% by 2024. Children's wear is the most lucrative segment in 2018, holding 45% share of the apparel market. Also, fast fashion is a lucrative sector in the industry, particularly for millennial customers, our target market. Competitors will be Hang Ten, Giordano, Zalora, H&M, and Uniqlo. First opened in 2015, H&M now has 12 outlets in the country. Crossover collaboration with the local market is actively sorted. It is a tech-based economy on the lookout for disruptive technologies and solutions. Taiwan has the third fastest internet in the world. Taiwan is enhancing consumer shopping experiences both traditionally and digitally.
Cotton On Group has the opportunity to tap into a huge population of an emerging middle class. The accelerating economic growth driven by private consumption and stronger investment has resulted in an increase of disposable income. With an increased focus on infrastructure for retail locations, Colombia has provided a greater opportunity for international brands to infiltrate their market, hence making them the perfect candidate for Cotton On Group.